do this virtually to make sure that everybody felt warm and welcome and to know just how much we appreciate all of our nurses. So we've been planning this for a while. We invited some guests. Well, you're the guest of honor. We do have some special guests to join us. And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to introduce Linda. She's going to introduce Posey. He's going to introduce Ryland. Then Nicole's going to have a couple of words, talk about her nurses in Idaho and East Oregon. Then Diane's going to introduce the Montana nurses, and then we'll toss it back to Nicole to give the great big we love nurses, happy nurses week. So having said that, Nate, are you going to, oh, you're going to put it up when Linda comes. I want to introduce Linda McIntyre. I've known Linda for a couple of years now, and I can tell you from personal experience, there is nobody who cares more about our nurses than Linda. She is the chief nurse of the American Red Cross, and she provides internal leadership for nursing, health professional volunteers, oversight for the academic service learner. She works with senior leaders to provide vision, direction, and support for nursing and health in meeting the mission of the Red Cross. Linda has worked as a social worker in England. Her nursing experience includes 5 years as a hemodialysis staff nurse, and I'm sure we all know what that is, serving as Director of Community Health and Youth for the Red Cross of Greater Kansas City chapter, and teaching community health as a full-time faculty at University of California, San Francisco. She volunteered for several years as the National Chair of Nursing. She has a degree in theology from Westminster College in Oxford, England, a nursing degree from Texas Christian, and a PhD in nursing from University of California, San Francisco. So, like I said, Linda's chief nurse of the Red Cross, and we're just delighted to have her here. So, Linda, take it away.
Wendy, thank you so much. You're always so kind and gracious, and you make everything sound like it went together, and it looks a little scattered sometimes, but thank you so much. I am delighted to be with you today, and I appreciate the opportunity to celebrate you and help honor you for your Red Cross nursing service. So happy Nurses Month. You're receiving your pins 201 years after the birth of Florence Nightingale, as this is her birth date, May 12th. I was asked to share a little bit about the nursing pin. So if you want to go into slide view, that would be great. I think that Red Cross nurses have this long history with the organization. So over 400,000 nurses have served or are currently serving as Red Cross nurses. The Red Cross nurse badge or pin was first ordered in 1906. The design was based on the American Medical Association pin with the addition of the laurel wreath on the outer edge. Beginning in 1909, each Red Cross nurse was issued a badge or pin with a unique number engraved on the back. As you can see from the picture here, Jane Delano, founder of the American Red Cross Nursing Service, was issued badge number, it's kind of tiny, but 775, and her signature is engraved on the back of the pin. The badge and an enrollment card were presented to Red Cross nurses, and a record was kept at national headquarters. They used to collect data on nursing program names, dates of graduation, and a lot more that we probably couldn't collect today. The badge and the card were to remain the property of the American Red Cross, protected by an act of Congress. The badge was not to be worn by any other person than the one to whom it had been issued. There were clear regulations for the disposition of badges at the end of the nurse's enrollment. The nurse, relative, or executor of the state was advised to return the badge to national headquarters, or the nurse could choose to be buried with the badge. They took this all very seriously. Up until the early 1990s, the Red Cross kept hard copy records of the information about the holder of each badge. Identified by the badge number. Due to budget cuts, this information has not been recorded since the 1990s. There was a museum at national headquarters in Washington, D.C., and I remember visiting while I worked for the Greater Kansas City Red Cross. The return pins were all situated or displayed on dark blue velvet in a glass case. When I became chief nurse in 2013, the museum was long gone and we were nearly out of the pins. So I worked with a vendor, and based on records and estimates, the new pins were ordered with the first one numbered at 400,000. Now, your pin may not reflect that because regions have pins and they're not necessarily given out in numerical order. Today, nurses still receive numbered pins. The registered nurses get numbered pins, and we ask that the nurse keep a record of their pin number and work with their region to upload this in their volunteer or their employee profile. If the pin is lost or damaged, there are replacement pins available, and the nurse can have their number in, they can go ahead and engrave it or stamp it on the replacement one. So your number is your number. There are also pins available for nursing students, and then licensed professional nurses and licensed vocational nurses also get pins. They're unnumbered, but we have certificates that go along with those pins. The RN pin is boxed and numbered, as you probably know. So congratulations on receiving your Red Cross nursing pin today. I hope that you wear it proudly and appreciate your part in the Red Cross history, and more importantly, your part in the humanitarian mission of preventing and alleviating suffering. I really value what you do, and if I value it, think how much more the people who've been a beneficiary of your service value it. So thank you. Thank you. It's really delightful to be able to see you and to participate with you today. It is now my honor to introduce Posey Carpenter, National Nursing Director, Board Chair of the Western Los Angeles chapter. She's the Los Angeles Tiffany Circle Vice Chair, RN of Record, volunteer medical screener, and disaster worker in the Los Angeles region. Posey was the Chief Administrative Officer, Chief Nursing Officer, and Interim Operations Director at the Santa Monica UCLA Medical Center and Orthopedic Hospital. Posey holds an MSN from Columbia University School of Nursing and MPH from Columbia University School of Public Health with a concentration in health administration. And her BSN is from Georgetown University. Posey also holds a certificate of fitness instruction from UCLA Extension. Posey is passionate about the Red Cross mission, and she enjoys mentoring and supporting leaders in their humanitarian service. She's also one of my very dear volunteer partners. I'm incredibly grateful for her. And so Posey, without further ado, I'll turn it over to you. Thank you so much.
Linda, thank you for that kind introduction. And I think Wendy had it right when she said that you are such a jewel. You are really the crown jewel of nursing and health here at the American Red Cross. And your kindness, the way that you support everyone, the way that you're helping us with well-being, not only in nursing and health, but across the organization, are just all such amazing gifts. And it is truly a gift for me to have the opportunity to work with you. So thank you. I'd like to wish you all happy National Nurses Month. And thank you for your amazing contributions to the American Red Cross. Some of you for years, some of you perhaps more recently. And it has been a banner year in terms of what we have accomplished as an organization. We had to retool everything for COVID. And we had an epic disaster season on top of it, and you all stepped up to make that happen. And I just want you to know on behalf of Linda and myself how grateful we are. I am director of the National Nursing Network. I began that job about 3 years ago in 2018. And the nursing network, what we think of as the nursing network, has evolved a little bit. So it used to be that we called, we had all health professionals falling under the nursing network. And over this past year, we evolved a bit. We went through a process, it was a national process, to look at the doctrine and training for nursing and health. And it was felt that it was a little bit confusing for health professionals to fall under the nursing network. So we've retooled the names, and the nursing network is now actually a group under volunteer services of nurse leaders. There are 6 division nurse leaders to match the 6 divisions across the country. And there are 50 regional nurse leader positions, of which we have about 25 filled right now. And then we have 7 advisors who assist us with advising across all the lines of service, assist with the new nursing newsletter, assist with awards. And so that group also works with Linda and I in the nursing network. The nursing network itself is here to recognize, engage, and recruit health professionals in all lines of service. And so we work very closely with the regional volunteer services officers, people in Wendy's position, across the entire country in helping to recruit health professionals into the different lines of service and to participate in recognition ceremonies like this. The other role that we've most recently taken on is well-being. And so Linda has connected us with an organization that teaches something called HeartMath. And HeartMath helps to reduce stress, to help us be more organized. And it is just an amazing tool. We had a half an hour today on HeartMath, and we will for the next 2 Wednesdays. You can go to nursing resources, Nurses Month resources on the web, on the exchange, and you can access the well-being classes. We also have just started what we call the health professional community. So that is part of the reorganization of putting nursing leaders in to help recruit and engage and retain, but we still wanted something for health professionals. So we've developed the health professional community, and each region can have their own separate health professional community, but we also have a global group share in Volunteer Connection. And each of you can sign up for that. You just have to opt into that. And we're going to try and use that as a means of communication of things that are going on within the organization. So that just gives you a little bit of an overview of what we're doing and how we're trying to support. The other thing, I'll give a little bit of a commercial for Nurses Month. We have a nurses symposium, and on every Tuesday of the month, let me see, you're not Pacific time, you're Central time. So that would be about 1 o'clock every Tuesday, that we are doing a focus on one of the lines of service. We've already done disaster health services and biomedical services, but we've got the rest to come during the rest of May, and also posted on the Nurses Week resources site in the exchange, you can get to the recordings of those events. So please feel free to join in and learn a little bit more about the lines of service. And with that, I want to thank you all again and turn the mic over to our regional executive, Nicole Sirac-Irwin.
That sticky mute button. It's just such a pleasure to spend some time with you. Thanks for all of you for making the effort to be here. And thank you for all of your service that you do. I think I want to also make sure that your families are thanked. We know that the sacrifices that you all make so that these wonderful people can serve. And we just want you to know how much we appreciate you. And some of you have pulled over to the side of the road on a long road trip to make sure you could participate today. We've had some kids who have come in to make sure they could be here for this ceremony. So just a wonderful time that we all get to spend together. And I have the pleasure of talking about some of the Idaho nurses here and also opening it up so that there's a chance to maybe hear from you and any stories that you would like to share. And so the first person I want to recognize is Diana Hornick. And I understand that she was not able to join us, but just in case she's joined us, I wanted to welcome her and also tell you a little about Diana. She's from Eagle, Idaho, and she's been with the Red Cross about 3 years, and she logged about 500 hours in 2020, so very active member. So we appreciate Diana. And the next person I'd like to recognize is Karen Sari from Rexburg, Idaho, and she's been with the Red Cross about 4 years and also logged about 500 on-call hours. She deployed in her first disaster in 2022. And Catherine Lawson, her sister, is with her and will be pinning Karen with her wonderfully historic pin. And Karen, if you would like to say a few words or maybe tell us about why you serve or an experience that you'd like to share, we'd love to hear from you.
Hello, I'm Karen. I didn't know much about the Red Cross, but I heard it served a lot of people and it was a good organization. So I did. I joined it and I feel kind of alone here in Rexburg, but that's okay. I live in Southeast Idaho and we don't get a lot of fires. That's what I deal a lot with. So I'm happy about that. But I do take a call once a week for the fires in the whole state of Idaho. And I did deploy to the wildfires in California and on ground and then virtually to the fires in Oregon. And I was just amazed at how much the Red Cross works together with every need that the client has, the food, the clothes, the medicines, the sheltering, whatever they need. They're very good. And so that was the first time I've seen people that have nothing but the cot, a blanket, and personal hygiene kit, and that's the whole thing they own in their whole life. And so I just can't imagine what it's like to start over with nothing and not even know if you have a home to go back to. But I continue to volunteer because I feel like I can make a difference in someone's lives, and most people are so grateful for the things that we do, and that's very encouraging. And so I just continue to serve. Thank you.
Oh, it's wonderful to hear from you. And Catherine, thank you for pinning this important pin on your sister. We're so grateful for you, and I'm glad we get to be part of your ceremony there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The next person I want to recognize, again, I think was trying to get off work today, and we'll see if she's on the line, Angela Marie D'Antonio. I don't see her listed here, from La Grande, Oregon. And she's been with the Red Cross a little over a year and logged about 20 hours last year. And so we're very pleased to have Eastern Oregon as part of our territory, and all of the great volunteers that have come over and joined us. So Karen, I think you might be muted. Nate, is Karen on the line? Or sorry, I'm sorry, excuse me, Angela Marie D'Antonio. Is she on the line with us? Okay. Well, we will make sure she gets her pin. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you Diane Wright, the Executive Director for Montana. I don't know if I properly introduced myself as the Regional Executive for Idaho and Montana. Diane covers the great state of Montana and has been with us about 10 years. And she has the pleasure of celebrating the Montana nurses today.
Thanks, Nicole. I am so thrilled to be able to do this. It's the first time, and it's one of the benefits, I think, of doing things virtually. You get to do things that you normally don't get to do. So I think it's kind of neat. The first person that we'd like to recognize today is Nadine Brown from Bozeman. Nadine, were you able to join us today? I didn't see her on the participant list. Nadine has been with the Red Cross for over 4 years. She volunteered more than 50 hours last year. And among her many talents, she even knows American Sign Language. She's a big asset to American Red Cross. If she were able to join us, her husband, Larry Brown, was going to present her pin to her, but we'll make sure that she gets it and send our congratulations on to Nadine. Next up, Kathy Yarish from Roundup. Kathy, were you able to join us?
Yes, I'm here.
There you are.
Hi.
From Muscle Shoals County in Roundup, Kathy Yarish. Kathy has been with Red Cross for almost 4 years. She volunteered and was on call for almost 100 hours last year. That's incredible. Her pin is presented by her husband, Chris Yarish. Is Chris with you?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Chris.
Hi. I'm so proud to get to be part of this.
Yes, it's so neat. Kathy, would you like to say a few words or share a good story about your 4 years of experience at Red Cross?
I'm not a very good speech, but I really did get excited about Red Cross when I went to North Carolina in 18 and was deployed for 14 days. It was so hard. I thought it took me about 6 days to recuperate, but I knew that I had contributed a lot of stuff to the individuals that I made contact with. And it was fun, and maybe I'll do it again sometime. I did the North Carolina, and then I went to California for with the Paradise Fires. So it was very exciting. I was very impressed with Red Cross and how they got their stuff together, man. I'll be hanging around for a while.
Thank you, Kathy. I know both of those were very complex deployments, and it takes special people like you, Kathy, to make people's lives a lot better. And I'm from North Carolina, and it means even more to me that you spent your time to help my fellow North Carolinians.
You're welcome.
Okay. Did we get to see Chris? Does he want to come on camera?
Oh, I'm hiding in here.
He's right here.
Hi. Thank you, Chris, for joining us today and for lending the time of your wife to support Red Cross. Okay, and I think I saw Judy Miller from Missoula. There you are, Judy. Hello, thank you for joining today. Judy has been with Red Cross for almost a year, and in that time she's volunteered, get this, in just a year, she's volunteered almost 200 hours, either on call or volunteering, working. She went on her first disaster deployment to California last year, and her pin is being presented by her husband, Kenneth Miller. Hi, Kenneth.
Hi.
Congratulations, Judy. And would you like to share maybe a story about your deployment to California or talk about your experience?
It's been quite an eye-opening experience and an awful lot of learning that we had to do. As we're older and retired, we didn't expect to have. Just enjoyed our deployment to California and have enjoyed doing this Blood Cross work here. So that's all. Thanks.
Well, we are so fortunate to have you, all that you do for our organization, and we look forward to working alongside you for many years to come in your retirement. Hopefully soon I'll enjoy you. Okay, and thank you, Kenneth, for presenting the pin. There it is. Awesome. Okay, and next we have Abby Calusi and Helena. Hello, Abby.
Hello.
And Kevin, and I think it's Elena, right?
Yes.
That's correct.
From Oregon. Thank you so much for visiting your mom and being part of this special day. And Kevin, I met both of you, I think, at a award ceremony in Helena a few years ago. So it's good to see you both again.
Thank you, you too.
Abby, and I think Abby and Kevin volunteer together, which is pretty neat. Abby has been with Red Cross now for almost 4 years. Last year, she volunteered and was on call for over 400 hours. I just don't know how you do it all, Abby. So congratulations on this special day. And Kevin, would you like to present Abby with her pin?
Of course.
We are just so grateful for all of our nurses, and Abby, all that you do for us. Would you like to say a few words and share some experiences?
Yeah, I've just been delighted and pleased to volunteer with the Red Cross. I didn't know that they had, the health services and mental health branches until 2017 when I saw that, out on social media, the push and stuff for volunteers. And so with the psych experience, I was just so happy to be able to give back and to be involved for the mission to alleviate, human suffering. And the deployments, I think, are great. Being in my position, being a nurse and a mental health worker, then I can go into the shelters and, address their social, emotional needs, and then check their physical needs too, and then refer them to the nurses there on the ground and stuff too. So it's just an honor and a pleasure of mine for sure.
Well, thank you, Abby. And again, congratulations. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you.
And now up next, we have Joe Erickson, the cross-country traveler from Columbia Falls. She and her wife, Margie Werrett, were en route to, I forget where, hi Margie, I forget where you're en route to, but you stopped off in Iowa in order to participate in this very important pinning ceremony. So thank you for doing that. So Joe has served the Red Cross for more than 8 years. And last year she volunteered and was on call for more than 400 hours. And Joe's pin is being presented to her by her wife, Margie Werrett. And Margie, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
It's so green in Iowa right now. I'm envious.
No, it is. And it's
Come back to
warm.
Montana.
I know, will do.
Joe, would you like to share some stories or a favorite experience of yours with Red Cross?
Yeah, just a little bit. I became a volunteer because we were in a flood, ended up in a shelter in a small town, and was met with most gracious and wonderful service by the Red Cross, who immediately set up this shelter. And I figured if they could do that much, I want to help out too. So I've been on deployments. I do a lot of virtual stuff as well. There's so many different things you can do as a nurse. And I am also a mental health as well. So I can do both. That it's a fun, enjoyable job to volunteer.
And our family is so very proud of her. She's the top-notch nurse in our minds.
That's awesome. Thank you, Margie, for saying that. We're proud of you, Joe. We miss you. Come back to Montana soon.
We'll be back soon.
All righty. Okay, so next, I'm not sure if Katie was able to join us. Katie Lane from ISME, Montana. Okay, yeah, she wasn't sure if she was able to join. So Katie has served with the Red Cross now for almost 11 years, and she's volunteered over 10 hours over this past year. And we're very grateful for her service to the Red Cross, and we'll make sure that she gets her pin. So congratulations to Katie Lane. Okay, and then I think we got a late breaking announcement that Susan Smith from Kalispell was not going to be able to attend. Is that right, Susan? Are you with us? Okay. Well, Susan Smith from Kalispell, she's been with the Red Cross now for almost 2 years. She volunteered and was on call for more than 500 hours last year. She deployed to the California wildfires and to the tropical storm in Virginia last year. So she has been coast to coast in supporting Red Cross. Among her many talents, Susan also speaks French. Who knew? I did not know that. So that's pretty cool. So if she were able to be with us today, Jeff Smith, Susan's husband, was going to present her pen. So we'll make sure that she gets that. And last but certainly not least is Meg Weiss from Corvallis. Meg, were you, there you are. I see you right in the middle of my screen. We can't see your pretty picture though. Okay, well, Meg has served the Red Cross now for 2 years. And last year she volunteered and was on call for more than, get this, 700 hours. So that's pretty amazing, Meg. We cherish and appreciate all that you do for Red Cross. Congratulations on your pin today. And I think your sister, Jerry Hartman, is presenting your pin. Is that right? And I think you're muted, Meg.
Yeah, I'm not, I can't unmute.
Would you like to share a favorite story or experience with us today, Meg, on your Red Cross?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. No, I've just found, I always knew about Red Cross, but I didn't realize all that you do. So now that I'm retired, I found it has really been, it's helpful for me. I feel better because there's all these people, you know, you get calls and people need assistance and we're out there and able to assist with them. And then sometimes it gets sad because we have fatalities, but well, we're there. And so I don't have any particular story, but it's just, I find it very fulfilling and I'm glad that I can do this.
Well, thank you for your service and the hours that you contributed to support our mission. Over 700 hours last year is just simply amazing. So thank you for all you do, Meg, and congratulations on this very special day.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. Well, that concludes our ceremony for Montana nurses, and I'll turn it back to you, Nicole.
Great. Well, I just again want to say thank you so much for joining us and for all of your years of service. I came across a Claire Barton quote that maybe some of you have heard, but it really reminded me of all of you and the nurses. And it has to do that you must never think so much about whether you'd like it or whether it's bearable or not. You must only think about the need and how to meet it. And that's what nurses do. Your sacrifice, your support, you are a friendly face on a bad day for many, many people. And we just don't know what we would do without you. So I've been thinking about 100 years ago, we had the Spanish flu, and there's these wonderful pictures of Red Cross nurses, and they are masked and beautiful. And I put a picture of that in the chat. And I'm thinking 100 years from now, people are going to see the pictures of your faces and think of you as beautiful and a legacy of keeping our communities safe during a global pandemic. So we're so grateful to you and your families and appreciate all you do. So thank you. Wendy, do you have any closing words?
No, I think everybody just, we really want you to know how sincere we are in our thanks. I would like to give a closing shout out to Nate for pulling this together. I hope all of you received your nice little invitations that he made, and he worked very hard on this. But our nurses are the true heroes of the day, and we hope that this is just a small token of what we feel for you. So have a great Nurses Week. Thank you for Linda Posey and for joining us. That's all I've got to say. Diane, you want to throw a "we love you" out there?
We love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Joe, y'all please travel safely. Oh, okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.